trying as best you can for the thoughts in your head to be transferred in some way to the thoughts in someone else's head. I started doing like creative writing. I mean, I dabbled with it some when I was younger, but particularly when I was in my senior year of high school and I was taking a writing class, and email was what it started as, and I would have like some quotes that I really liked from things I'd read. Usually I'd have a scripture passage that I try to think through, like what are things that others might find encouraging. So being a university student, emailing is a major way that everyone kind of communicates with one another, and phone calls and texting with friends is also definitely on the daily a way to connect with people. And also friends back home, my family likes to use the Marco Polo app where you send videos back and forth to each other as a way to kind of say, like, look at this random fun thing I'm doing. I don't find it in general crazy difficult to communicate with older generations, but sometimes there are things that it's like, oh, this is just a little bit different from what I'm used to, and I have to maybe think about it a little bit more.
So however we behave, whether it's communicative behavior or otherwise, we receive reinforcement from that from our life experiences. Our digital natives, for example, are much more comfortable with all forms of mediated communication, and they don't necessarily value them in the same way that someone who is not a digital native does. We understand things differently. So with your oldest group, you might give them a printed outline when everyone else is accessing it online, something like that.
Most of the time, it's just what seems most convenient or easiest. I think sometimes it's also what's most, especially for older generations, what's most familiar to them and most comfortable. For some people, it may, like me talking about wanting physical letters sometimes, I think that might be more a matter of reflective intentionality, which is a little different, but most of the time I think our thought process is what is most comfortable or most convenient to me.
If you're committed to multi-generational relationships, to multi-generational ministry, these are things you really have to think about.